Welcome to RV and Travel Adventures. My name is Jesus Manuel Menagarza. I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic wherever you're at. In a month or so, I'll be in Europe traveling, having a great time. I'll be down there for 6 weeks. And my wife is teaching a class in Berlin for a month. And after that, we're going to be 2 weeks cavorting in other parts of the European zone. Okay, so we're going to be in Germany for 4 weeks, Holland, Netherlands for 3 days, Belgium for 6 days, and then France for 6 days, and then we're also coming back to Germany for another 2 days. So I have some concerns, issues with traveling to these countries. The number one being is I'm not used to their food, a lot of their foods that they eat down there, and their practices, and of course their language. I'm not remotely fluent in what do you call it? What's that language? German. Well, I forgot to put down on my list. I'm also going to Prague. I'm going down there for 3 days. So we're going to all these different areas, and I don't speak Czech. I know a lot of people over there in West Texas or in Enos, Texas. They speak Czech because they have large Czech communities down there, but I don't speak Czech. I don't speak German. I don't speak French. I don't speak Flemish. I don't speak any of these languages. I don't speak the language of the Netherlands, etc. I don't speak Dutch. So that's a big issue for me. So I'm trying to learn. I'm taking a crash course, essentially my wife and I, trying to learn some of these languages, at least some of the greetings like bonjour and other terms, and just to try to understand and be friendly and cordial, and know that certain behaviors are considered rude in these countries. Just saying, okay? So I'm trying to understand these cultures. I'm typically, very used to traveling, LA, San Francisco, Seattle, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, go to Mexico. I can speak with, Mexicans because I speak the language, Espanol. And a lot of Chicanos I know speak Espanol. And of course, I also speak English, and I have an understanding of these various cultures and a respect for all these cultures, be they Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Filipino, all these other cultures that are very prominent, especially on the West Coast. But going to Germany, I'm going to have to adapt and understand and be aware of, just observe. I understand going even to the shopping mall, you got to bring your own bag. I mean, when you go into the grocery store, you got to bring your own bag. You got to be very succinct and get to the point. They don't like people lollygagging, taking their sweet ass time, et cetera, et cetera. And, bam, thank you very much. Guten Tag, guten whatever. I'm still learning the language. Again, I'm just learning the language. So I'm investing most of my efforts to learn German, since I'm going to be down there for a month. I'm only going to be in France for a few days, 6 days. I'm going to be in Germany for more than a month. And of course, I'm not going to learn Czech, for 3 days. I'm just going to look at my app and try to figure out, okay, if I wanted to order a piece of some sauerkraut, Czech sauerkraut. They have some very nice Czech sauerkraut. I was in northern Iowa, and I was staying with a Czech family that's originally from Czechoslovakia, and they fed me some Czech, sauerkraut. It was very, very good. So there's certain foods I can't eat. Let's talk about food. Let's just go straight into talking about foods. I am on a very restrictive diet. You can probably guess what I'm afflicted by, but I can't eat a lot of sweet stuff. I can't eat a lot of starchy stuff, a lot of carbs. And there's a lot of foods out there that have carbs. So I've been watching all these videos, and everybody goes, oh, I'm going to have a strudel. I'm going to have some of that, 4-layer cake. I'm going to have some of that pie. I'm going to have some beer. I'm going to have some beer here. I'm going to have some beer there and wine there. It's perfectly fine, So, some people can eat that stuff, but I can't. I always tell my wife, you can get, just order whatever you want and just give me a little 1-inch square of that piece of pie or that piece of cake, and that's perfectly fine. That's my portion. At least I'll have a little taste. I won't go, walking away from that store or that, that place and say, I wish I had a piece of that pie. I got a piece of that pie. I got one little tiny bite, but at least I have a little bit. That's how I cope. My wife could have all she wants. She can drink all she wants. She can have the pies and cakes and strudels and all the, pastries she wants. As long as I get a little 1-inch square, I'm perfectly happy. I have adapted that way. Because if you want to live with my condition, if you want to live, you don't eat that crap. Seriously. I've seen people die. A lot of people die, get amputations, have a lot of issues, and the list goes on and on. The horrors of what I'm afflicted with, and a lot of other Americans are afflicted with, and other people around the world are afflicted with my situation. You don't want to go through it. And I've seen my mother go through it. I've seen other people I've known go through it. It's absolutely horrific. So I don't eat that pie. I don't eat that cake. I don't drink, 2-3 beers. So again, how do I cope on this trip? When I go to Prague, I promise myself I'll have 2 beers because I'm going to be there for 3 days. Prague is known for its beer. And in Germany, I promise myself I'm going to have 1 beer. And when I'm in Brussels and Belgium and, Ghent and Bruges, I'm not having any beers. My wife loves those little flavored Belgium beers. And when I'm in France, I'm not going to have any wine. I'm not going to have any beer, So I'm going to restrict myself to 2 Czech beers and 1 German beer. Nothing from the Netherlands, Holland, nothing from Belgium, and no wine or any sort of alcoholic beverages from France. I know that everybody says, hey, you got to have a little glass of wine. It can't hurt. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I hear all this stuff all the time. So, things that I can eat. I have a very low cholesterol. My doctor told me, you have the lowest cholesterol of all my patients, and you aren't taking any cholesterol drugs. You are doing A+, Jesus. You can eat all the meat and fatty foods you want. And I do. I eat a lot of bacon. I eat a lot of steaks. I eat a lot of beef. I eat a lot of hamburger. I eat all kinds of meat. And, combination with other vegetables, of course. So when I'm in Germany, for example, they make these pork knuckles. They boil them. They have one camp is they boil the pork knuckle and they put a little bit of sauerkraut on the side. Another camp, they roast them and they coat it. They keep on coating it with, the oils and get it nice and crispy. That's the other camp. Crispy, boiled. So I'm looking forward to trying both of them, having a little bit of sauerkraut, having some just, steamed cabbage. That's perfectly fine. I do not need potatoes. I'll have if they want to give me, palm frites in Belgium, I'm going to say, no, thank you. My wife's going to have those. Excuse me. I'll have 1 fry. My wife will pass me 1 fry, and I'll have 1 fry and call it good. But I can eat the cabbage. I can eat the green beans. I can eat all the vegetables I want. I can eat all the salad I want. I can eat all the meats I want because my cholesterol is A++. So I can do that. So, and I'm, again, not going to, imbibe and stuff like that. So that's how I'm going to be rolling while I'm doing down there. One good thing about being in Europe, my wife and I like to walk a lot. And a lot of these cities in Europe are very walkable. And in like Berlin, I'm going to get the monthly pass for like about $100 approximately. And I'm going to take the trolley there, then walk over there, then take a trolley or bus there, and then go back. And then that's it. The average day in Berlin, my wife and I have been discussing is I'm going to have breakfast at our apartment in Berlin in I think it's called Pankow neighborhood in northern Berlin. And we're going to, hang out for a while. And then she's going to go off and teach her students and take her students to museums and stuff like that. And I'm going to, get on the bus, walk 2 blocks, catch a bus, go to downtown, hang out, go to the other neighborhood and check it out. Maybe go to a park, hang out, and have maybe I'll buy us. Germans are famous for their sausage. Maybe I'll buy a sausage, chop a little piece off, and have a little cheese with it, and have a little, Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke. That'll be my diet. I'm not going to have any strudel. I'm not going to have any like 2, 3, 4, 5 muffins or a cake or a pie. I'm not going to have any of that stuff. I'm going to have to be content having, some meat and some vegetables and a diet beverage. My wife and I, of course, we're going to go out once in a while. And I told her, hey, I'll have a beer with you one time in Berlin and twice again in the Czech Republic, because they're famous for their Pilsners and lagers. And I look forward to doing that. Limiting your excesses, especially with my condition, and probably maybe you have the similar condition. People have this condition all over the world. You got to watch your carb and sugar intake. As we pass by all these shops, wow, look at those pies. Wow, look at those cakes. Wow, look at all those candies. Wow, look at all them baguettes. Look at all those great sandwiches piled high with all kinds of, gigantic chunks of bread. Blah, 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 blah. No, thank you. One thing you learn with my condition is that you have options. You have the option to live, and you have the option to become debilitated and go down that crazy path and have some serious issues with my condition. So I decided, hey, just don't do that, Jesus. Don't eat that crap. Don't drink that crap. Do your exercise. So I'm looking forward to exercising while I'm in these countries, doing a lot of walking. I estimate I'll probably get around 15,000 steps a day, even though I might probably take the bus and take the train and the trolley and stuff. I can maybe take the boat tour. And I'm going to get a lot of steps and a lot of walking. And I'm planning to eat the right foods. When I'm at home, I eat a meat product and I eat some beans. Beans are very good for a person in my situation. And I'll have a glass of water, 2 glasses of water. Maybe even once in a while, a diet beverage or some diet tea. My wife makes tea. She likes to make her tea. She makes some exotic teas. And she doesn't, and it's unsweetened tea. It's not sweetened tea. So this has been a Jesus Manuel Garza. Some of the issues I'm going to be confronting when I'm in Europe. I watch a lot of these videos. Wow, some great pastries down there. Some great beers and wines down there. It's amazing. Look at these bread products. Wow. It's not for me. I have a choice. Live or suffer. I'd rather live at this time. At least try to extend my life to the best of my ability. I've seen what my mother went through and all the tragedy she went through, and a lot of other individuals I've met over the years have gone through with my situation. But I'm doing okay. I can walk for miles upon miles, up hills, down hills. I can ride a bicycle. I can do all that stuff. Should be no issues for me. I'm going to have a lot of fun in Europe, and I hope you understand you can have a lot of fun in Europe or wherever you go in the world. It's just understanding your limitations. If your partner is not suffer from your situation and they want to get a big piece of pie or a big piece of cake or a big piece of whatever, some bowl of ice cream, say, hey, yeah, go for it. Just give me one little spoonful and I'll be happy. Understand that you can, with one spoonful, one little taste, one little forkful, you can get a lot of satisfaction. You go, hey, that tastes pretty good, just like I imagined it. Thanks for watching my video. This has been a Jesus Manuel Garza. I'm going to be going to Europe for about 6 weeks. It's going to be a little bit different. I have to learn some, ways to communicate with these individuals, how to order food, how to get on the train. I've been doing a lot of research. My wife and I have been doing a lot of research. So it should be a great adventure. I've never been to Europe. My wife, because she's a professor, has been down there like 2-3 times as a professor. I've never been down there. As an academic, she's been down there. And as a person, just on her own, she's been down there. I've never even been to New York. My wife is always going to New York. She goes to a conference here, goes to Chicago, goes to New York, Chicago, New York, LA. She's always at conferences. I've never been to New York. I'm going to be turning 73 very soon. I've never been to New York. My wife said, how about going to New York maybe this next holiday? We'll go to New York together. I said, it's all right. I'd rather go camping. So I went camping instead. So I enjoy camping. My wife enjoys going to Europe. So we're going to Europe this time, And, you know, to be honest with you, this may sound a little bit bizarre for a lot of people out there that are, you know, Francophiles, that love Europe and love the culture and love the infrastructure. I'm not a big, I like infrastructure. I like photographing infrastructure, especially decaying infrastructure. But I rather be in nature next to a beautiful, clear stream, looking at the mountains with a little bit of snow cap and seeing the elk in the distance, the moose in the distance, and just relaxing, enjoying a cool breeze on a warm day. That's perfection to me. Not walking around in some, you know, crowded little tourist zone in Paris or Prague or Berlin. Doesn't do it for me. But being in nature, that's why I got an RV. That's why this channel is called RV and Travel Adventure. Because I enjoy RVing. I enjoy being out there in nature. I enjoy going to those parks and going for a little hike, seeing the birds, doing a little fishing. What can you say? Thanks for watching my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to try to get to 5,000 subscribers this year by the end of 2025. Dare to dream. And if you have the chance, leave your kind and friendly comments below. Tell me how you cope going on vacation when people are drinking and eating and having all these sweets, candies and pies and cakes and beer and all this stuff. And you can't. How are you managing your situation? Some people don't manage their situation very well. Others manage it okay. I'm doing okay. I give myself around a B around there. I could be an A. I can be really, really strict, but I'm not as strict as I claim to be. I'm pretty good. I give myself a good solid B. I'm working on being an A. Let's just say that. We can always aspire for being better persons. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to check out my website specific to this channel. There's a bit of information, QR code where you can take scan it with your camera, and it'll go to my website, rvta.myportfolio.com. That's a website that's differentiated from my commercial photography website. This is specific to this channel. Hope you enjoy it. You can download some photographs. You can look at some of my photographs and for non-commercial use. You are welcome. And of course, you can become a member of the channel and also become a Patreon subscriber. And I have that information somewhere around here. I don't know where, but it's definitely in the description. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it informative. Again, if you found it informative and useful and found any value in this video, don't forget to, again, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much from Fort Worth, Texas, soon to be in Europe for 6 weeks. That's going to be a lot of fun for my wife. I'm tagging along because she says she gets lonely when she travels. I'll go along. I'd rather go camping. I'd rather go to the Sierras. I'd rather go to the Rockies. I'd rather go look at some moose and elk and hang out and look at the skies and the mountains. That's what I enjoy. Doing a little fishing. Catching a fish would be nice too. That would be awesome. Thanks for watching my video. This has been Jesus Manuel Menagarza. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. Gracias. Ring the bell for future notifications. Adios. Bye-bye.